Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. My name is Tony. Before we get into the vlog today, I wanted to talk about why it is important to think about why you're learning Japanese. Right now, we all have motivation to learn Japanese, and motivation doesn't last very long. You all know, we make New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Yeah, congrats, you do it tomorrow. But the next day, you say, oh, I learned like 100 new words. I'm not gonna practice. I had a rough day. And the next day, you don't. And maybe next week, you do a few more words, but you've forgotten all the words you learned the first day. And now you're not motivated also, but in the first week of trying your new goal, you drop everything. I feel like you need a why in order to try to form habits. Because until you form a habit, you're not really going to be able to learn Japanese every single day. Because if you're not consistent, you're not going to have a habit, and then you're going to stop. Especially on this one website I use, like One Economy. I see so many people coming to forums, why can't I learn 100 words my first day? Here's the graph. The workload will just skyrocket. You don't even know what you're getting into, but you already want to run into it. So many people think that it's a sprint in learning something. It's not. It's something you gotta make sacrifices for. You day in and day out. And for those of us that are really dedicated to a language, it hurts us to see someone try their best and fail because they're just sprinting and running out of breath. Please, if you're thinking about learning Japanese, it's a really great experience. However, you need to slow down a bit. Run at your own pace. Even if you stay at 6 words per day, that's plenty of progress. You'll eventually be an N2 within like 6 years if you do 5 words every single day and read some grammar notes alongside. You'll be fine. What are you worried about? Do I think Japanese is worth it? Hell yeah, it is. I feel like if you want to just learn Japanese to read your show and stuff, you're not going to have the proper motivation to learn Japanese. And unfortunately this week, I didn't want to learn that much Japanese because I was exhausted from work. So, but I had that why in the back of my head of why am I even working so much? So I can go to Japan. And my why propelled me to do my lessons on those hardest days. Like yeah, I missed 1 or 2 days. I learned 195 new terms on Renshi this week. That is crazy. Maybe think of slowing down a little bit and trying to enjoy your journey. But yeah, overall, what is my opinion of is it worth learning Japanese? I think, yeah, it's really worth it, but you're gonna have a peak at the end of your journey or near the beginning. If you run too fast, you're gonna hit the peak. When you take your time going up the peak, you'll have more time to be prepared for the heavy reviews and difficulty. Because if you think difficulty hasn't come yet, it will. In the most unsuspecting ways. And if you're not prepared for it, you should be preparing. Because if it's not even for the JPLT tests, if your goal is to get to Japan like me, you're gonna get your ass kicked when trying to have actual conversations. I know people that pass the N1 test, but they can't speak to anybody. So just know, you're gonna face a lot of challenges and sacrifices by learning Japanese. If you make a plan, you'll have a great time learning Japanese. Just don't run into it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Despite being busier yesterday, my desk was completely cleared off yesterday, and now I have a ton of shit on it again. I am unbelievable. Anyways, I'm gonna bring you guys on with me to my Renshi practice. So this way you guys can hear my pronunciation and see how it's coming along. Yamashin? Yamashin. Oh, can I count the first sentence? Why is it can I count now? Yeah, so it's Canada, Sushin desu. It's a pretty simple sentence. I messed it up already in the first sentence. So we have Watashi wa makote desu. Makote? I am still very bad at kind of cut me a break at it, okay? Watashi wa mako tomoshimasu. We use mas when it's humble instead of using des. Okay. Kimashita is at the end because mashita can be an ending particle. I think it's America, kara, kimashita. Sorry, pronunciation's still getting there, guys. After this, I'm going to do the grammar and the kanji, and then tomorrow right away we're gonna hit all 20 pages of the manga. Hey everybody, welcome to the 3rd/4th day of the vlog. That is mainly because I was busy with work and I was unable to record or do anything really at all really this past week. So next week is going to be a lot of catching up, and we're going to talk about it in a little bit. But first, I want to just go over some of the Anki cards I got and how I make Anki cards from the manga I'm reading. Oh, also, one of you commented on my videos, but for some reason YouTube automatically deleted it on me, so I never got to see it. So if you are getting a notification of this video, please just comment again so I can read your comment. I'd really love to read it. But unfortunately, YouTube just didn't like me that much for some reason. So I set up so this way, over here, you can see the manga panel, and then above me, you can see my Anki display of how I add cards. I have a pretty simple setup that I borrowed from several different Reddit users and kind of combined it to make my own. It features TTS, other things. I haven't added images yet, but I plan to. But overall, I thought it's a really sleek design, and I like it a lot. I'll put an example here of what it looks like. Again, I'm pretty proud of it. I learned a bit of coding to do it, but yeah. Regardless, let's get into this. So, I'm going to be pronouncing this one speech bubble here, for example. Though I haven't done any listening practice in Japanese yet, so it's going to be pretty damn shits. To put it lightly. Just a little bit bad. So, let me just pull it up on my screen now so I can actually see it. And let's get into it, shall we? Alright. So we have, let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit here so I can read it a little better. So we have Kongetsu Haite. Kongetsu Haite for the first part. I would say the difficulty of that part's pretty simple, pretty easy. I just know Kongetsu is one word, and then we have Haite, which is another. And the first word I've already filled out on my Anki card is Kongetsu. And Kongetsu basically, I filled out the whole first sentence, not just Kongetsu. The card already exists because I've done this page already. But yeah, and this just means this month. Pretty simple. This I like this manga a lot for this reason. Is it repeats a lot of vocab and a lot of kanji once you get to the first few pages. So even though it's not an N5 manga, it's pretty simple to read once you get the vocab down. Which is why I chose this manga in the first place. Compared to like Yotsuba or Flying Witch. This one still has a romance vibe to it. But yeah, it has pretty simple vocab. I like it a lot. Alright, regardless, you see my outline up there. Pretty simple. Let's go through it. So I have the word that you type in, just the word with the kanji. You give the word type. This time it's noun / adverb, because Japanese nouns can be adverbs. Unlike in English, they're different things technically, I think. And the reading is Kongetsu. Pretty simple. Verb form, it doesn't apply because it's not a verb. Verbs in Japanese have lots of different conjugations, whether it is outgoing, stopped recently, negative, past, present, future. Because something can be outgoing in the past or outgoing in the future, depending on the conjugation. And as for JPLT level, this is N5, and this is on page 10. So pretty nice. Pretty simple. We get it. But yeah, so that is basically what I just do for manga. So I'm going to finish just reading the rest of the bubble, and then we'll talk about what I think the hardest words for me this week was, and major struggles I had this week, everybody. So we're looking at it. So we have Kongatsu Hate, Mado Ikai, Wasurete, Na. So it's Wasurete na ka tanoni. It's Nakata, and then Noni is separate. So Wasurete naka Nakata and Noni. Let's try it again. Wasurete naka ta noni. Okay. Sounds somewhat okay. Not the best, not the worst, I hope. And yeah, I just do that. I read through, I put all the words in. Oh, one thing. For when I do find definitions, I use 2 sites at the same time. So I use a website called Gshow. Here it is. And basically that is just me finding the definition of each word within a sentence. So the big thing is grammar in Japanese isn't the same as it is in English. So 1 or 2 extra characters that wouldn't mean much in English change the grammar definitions pretty harshly in Japanese. It could be how polite something is, how harsh it is for somebody, how much it doesn't matter, or how important it is. And I use a site called Yandex Translation, or Translator, Yandex Translator, so you get the meaning of the whole sentence instead of just each word. And that helps me a lot, especially in these early stages of immersion, before I even have a solid base of vocab, because like I have some like 195 words of vocab, and I'm already doing immersion, which is considered to be pretty terrible idea. You want to wait till at least your upper N4 for the MIA or refold method of what some people use, or AJET, all Japanese all the time. Either one of those. Usually want to wait a little while till you have about 1,000 to 1,500 terms under your belts, and I'm starting it with just under 200. I know I'm a little crazy up here, but hey, we'll make it work somehow, right? Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna switch it up. I am going to talk about my Renshu difficulties this week. Yeah, the week before that I did a good amount, 90. It's in the past 15 days I didn't do that much. Oh, well, yeah, this really shows I was busy with work and I let my Japanese studies slip, which is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. I need to be doing this every single day and I haven't been, which is why I started this is on the point where I started the YouTube channel too. Because I need to keep myself committed. But yeah. And we go over grammar. I've only touched grammar 7 times. If we go over grammar, I've only touched grammar about 7 times. Go to kanji, I've only learned 18 kanji. That's terrible. I need to raise the number a lot. And hankos, I haven't done any of them. I've learned some of this stuff. But the easiest way to see how I'm progressing is we can actually just open up the schedule. Yeah, we have our learning schedule right now of stuff at its different level. So overall, there's 718 words we need to know before we be to we can start beginning our N4 adventure. We have about 518 words. Let's see, of the pace of 35 per day. So we do what? We have 556 words to learn. So we do 556 divided by 35. We have about 3 to 4 weeks of learning for N4. So about halfway through all these probably once we hit the 50-day mark video is when we'll finish the N4 stuff and start learning. We'll start learning N4 and we'll finish the N5 stuff on Renshu. Assuming I can get my butt back on track with just Renshu, and I also think my butt back on track in the manga because we're already supposed to be on page 30, which means Monday, since it is Memorial Day, I believe, or some holiday weekend, I will be spending the whole day, instead of working for 8 hours, reading the manga for 8 hours to catch up. And it's going to be fun and torture at the same time. So, let's go. That's a great combination. Am I right, guys? But yeah. Let's see. Daily study goals? That's weird. Oh, it's saying how much of a max I'm willing to do. Oh, okay, I see. I'm going to go to graphs. Oh, max screens over time. You're reading good. Then we measure. Took a dive again. Number of questions. Nice. Yeah, it's all these graphs have provided good information for me. Overall, I just need to pump more reviews in. But enough ranting. Let's go over what you all want to see. What I fucked up on this week. What did I mess up on this week? Let's find out. So, my most missed word of all time this week is Muzukashii. Muzukashii? Yeah, Muzukashii. I keep thinking it is Mizukashi or Mazukashi, but I kept thinking it was Mazukashi in the questions, and that obviously isn't correct. I'm not messing up any of the meanings. See, so it'll tell you what's missing. I know it was the kana I was having issues with, but now I know a lot more of the kanas, so that shouldn't happen. Ooh, so tired. Sorry guys, it is it's 2 a.m. and I got 2 hours to get everything ready for YouTube, so tough life, I guess. And here's just some of the kanjis I missed. I missed Ichi, Ju, Ado I kept missing. I think I just kept missing Ado because the right side of the kanji was really difficult for me to understand mentally. And Nan, I just kept saying Nani when it's supposed to just be Nan. Yeah, that's another issue is I keep messing up some of the kanji meanings because I'm still learning the kunami versus anami. I still don't know why there's 2 different versions of readings. I still haven't learned why. It's really frustrating for me personally. But yeah, I also haven't done any of the games on Renshu. That would also probably help me get more lessons per day if I just practice with the games to boost my interaction. But yeah, now you guys see what I've messed up on this week. So let's talk about our goals for this next week. This next week, our main goal is going to be to hit the 35 words per day. That's number 1 goal. Number 2 goal is to catch up on the manga on Monday. That's number 2 goal. Number 3 goal, very simple, is to get my 46 turn for Hiragana, Katakana, Dana, Renshu. I know the Hiragana by heart, but I do not know the Katakana that well yet. So that is the goal for next week, guys. And this would be 14 times. How many of these videos do we have? Let's find out. So 100 divided by 7. Yeah, we got 14 of these videos. So we're in the second video, so we have 10 videos after this left. Hell yeah! Let's do it, guys. But yeah, remember, or to see any of my next week's video, must be subscribed. I look forward to seeing all of you there. If you guys want me to try out anything new in the videos, make sure to comment. So one more thing real quick before I go. One more quick thing. One quick thing before I go, though, guys. Next week, we'll be putting in heavy pronunciation practice with Renshu next week. So you guys are going to be able to hear me pronounce stuff a lot more, kind of as like a V-roll, voiceover roll kind of thing on these next week's videos. As I'm trying to get a little bit more fancier with my editing, you might have noticed a lot of jump cuts this week, as I am trying to see what style jump cuts work, what don't. So sorry if I made your head go for a little spin with them. I promise there'll be a lot less in future videos, as I'm still trying to come up with my editing style, and hopefully I don't hurt you guys' eyes too much. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and had a great time. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If not, I will see you next week. You guys have a great day, and I will see you next Saturday. Peace out. Bye.